Are you ready?
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
All right, let's do it. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins.
Yep.
Thursday, usually tempers flare. Something happens on the show.
Yeah.
This should be a fun one today. Let's start with Rubio.
Yeah, Secretary of
Rubio!
State. Yeah, it's Rubio. He was getting a little sweaty, but he's in the Philippines, right? So, I mean, it's hot, humid, all that. But maybe he needed a water break. I'm not sure.
Probably. Got to be hydrated.
You do. Secretary of State Marco Rubio gave a little update on where things stand with Iran.
Okay.
You know, guys, I saw Arachi, their foreign minister, who the other day say or something about their policies, an eye for an eye. The president's policy is a head for an eye. I mean, honestly, that's what it's going to be. I mean, they will pay a very heavy price for the things they're doing. They're already paying a very heavy price. You guys don't know it because you don't cover it. You're not in Iran. You're not in the street. They don't have a free media. But they're going to continue to pay a very heavy price. Their industrial base has been decimated. Their defense industrial base has been decimated. They're losing launchers. They're losing radars every single night. They are suffering billions of dollars in damage, and their economy is a disaster. But despite all that, okay, these people who are calling us every day, begging, let's do a deal, they send us messages through other countries, third countries. I mean, they're running out of countries to send. Even I had countries here coming up to me, oh, I just spoke to the Iranians, they want to do a deal. The problem is, every time these people do a deal, they either break it or after they make it, they want to change the deal. So they're probably not ready to do a deal yet, but they will be soon because the price they're paying is very high despite their tough talk and their flowery language and their stupid Lego videos they put out. I've never seen them, but they put these things out on social media. Despite all that bravado, they are suffering tremendously, and they're going to suffer more until they come to their senses. They're not there yet, unfortunately.
Lego videos.
They do. They put out these Lego videos of, like, making fun of the Americans and all that, and it's weird because American leftists are, like, loving it. It's like, it's stupid.
Rubio. Stupid Lego videos.
Yeah. It is. The left is rooting against us.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
Oh, yeah.
As a country.
Of course they are.
It is wild.
Like, we can't succeed because if we succeed, Trump succeeds.
And
We can't have that.
No. Well, and with Iran, it's like, oh, no, we want to make a deal. You want to make a deal so you can run more clock.
Yeah.
So you can just keep this going on and on. Mm-hmm. You can't keep doing that. So.
Plus the fact, who are we talking to about these deals?
Right.
Exactly.
Not the guys with the guns.
No. And that's who makes the decisions.
That's the only people that we really need to be talking to.
Pretty much.
Yep.
All right. So there's an update there. New Jersey. There's a little whoopsie with the computer system glitch, but boy, they're out in front of it. Oh. They're truth tellers. They're honest brokers when it comes to elections, these people.
Even though apparently they knew about it for quite some time before coming clean about it.
Yeah. Kind of nuts, isn't it?
Well, MS Now was talking about the state of New Jersey, admitting that hundreds of non-citizens voted in the state as thousands more were registered to vote illegally. They called it a computer glitch. Katie Turr on MS Now brought that up to that Nepo baby Molly Jong Fast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's get her opinion.
Oh, of course. Got to have her.
This was Governor Mikey Sherrill, Democrat, just voted into office there, went through the voter rolls, and did find 400 instances where non-citizens were able to cast a ballot. How concerned are you about that?
I mean, again, good for her for transparency and talking about it, and those people are no longer on the rolls. And
she had to.
I was going to say, it's just not transparent if you get caught.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, that's not transparency.
No, it is not. Okay, go ahead.
And look, that is good. The question is, like, does Trump now, and we're seeing this already, use it to prove a point that doesn't exist?
But his point has been proven.
So what do you mean? It doesn't exist.
Right.
It just got proven.
If it doesn't exist, then what did Mikey Sherrill admit to?
Right. don't they need updated copy?
Yeah.
I mean, they're reading 6 months ago the copy they have for that.
It's good for her to admitting to something and fixing a mistake that doesn't exist.
Right.
All right.
It's not even, right. They just can't come off that. They can't.
No, they can't.
She was very very transparent about something that doesn't exist.
Right, exactly.
Right. His claims without proof. I mean, yeah, there was the proof there in Jersey, but what do you consider to be widespread? But, gee, I don't know. Holy smokes. Okay. Oh, man. Other news out there. Well, Trump, he was in Georgia. Mm-hmm. Big rally. And this was a funny bit. I mean, I understood where he was coming from, and it's a serious topic, but when he starts talking about himself crying...
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, well, I was entertained.
Yeah, he says he's losing patience with Senate Republicans who are prioritizing dog parades over the Save America Act.
Yes, because we got to have voter ID.
Very simple. A lot of you don't know about filibuster. They should terminate the filibuster and approve everything. Because the Democrats are going to do it. The Democrats are going to terminate the filibuster as soon as they have a chance. And then they're going to approve Puerto Rico and D.C. as a state. They got 4 more senators. They're going to end up with 12 more congressmen. They're going to get at like 40 electoral votes.
Yeah.
If they are allowed to do that, by that time I'll be sitting home. And I'm not a big crier. I don't think you want to see me cry, you know? There are some people, they do very well when they cry. But you don't want to see me cry, but I may be crying when I'll be sitting home and I'll say I told them. They got to really terminate the filibuster, get everything approved right away.
Yeah. You don't want the Trumpster ever crying at home.
No.
I believe that's something David Van Camp has spoken about a number of times on this show.
What's that?
Ending the filibuster now.
Yes.
You have too.
Well, yeah,
I was still stuck on Trump crying. I can't. I'm trying to get the visual. Are you going to sound like Adam Kinzinger when he does it?
You guys won. You guys held.
You didn't hold.
You know,
and now we don't have a
are not
democracy
defined
because they have a monopoly.
Crying Adam Kinzinger. He's a super crier. I never saw the guy not cry. He's always crying.
Sorry, I had to do it.
Well, yeah, but you know, I used to be like, I think a lot of people were in the same place. It's like, okay, well, I you know, the Senate is a different body, and it shouldn't just be raw majority rules. But that all shifted the moment that the Democrats came within 2 votes of killing the filibuster.
Yeah.
They made their intentions very, very clear that the moment they're able to do it, they are going to do it. So
yeah, it was Sinema and Manchin. That was it.
That was it. And so, you know, John Thune, everybody else out there, get your head out of your ass and realize what time it is, okay?
Man, I agree with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm laughing to myself because we did some editing on a couple of clips, and I'm like, I don't know if we can say that or not because there are some questions, you know, of how a different, you know, word is used in context. Mm-hmm. And you just used the one that I edited earlier. So that's why I'm laughing to myself. Well, okay, that's fair.
It's missing a key word after that, though.
Yeah, and there is another version of that has hole in it that you can't go with. At least that's what we're told.
Hole by itself is fine.
An ass by itself is fine.
Put them together, you got problems.
There you go.
Yeah.
Still learning. Been in this game a long time. Still learning. Yes. And now we're going to learn something about trans people with this clip?
Yeah, dude, this is funny because it used to be that this was a conspiracy theory when Elon Musk was heading up Doge and they were cutting a bunch of USAID stuff. Well, the AAP had a story about how trans people in Nepal, they're being forced to be hookers now because Elon Musk took away a bunch of money that was being funneled to them through USAID.
But again, that was never happening.
That was never happening, but it was, and it's a good thing, and it's a tragedy that it's not happening anymore, according to the Associated Press.
All right, roll it.
These transgender sex workers operate in the shadows alongside a busy highway in central Nepal, risking their lives for a few dollars. Until recently, many of them worked not as sex workers, but as aid workers, including Ruby Lama, who dedicated years of her life to helping prevent the spread of HIV in Nepal's marginalized communities. But after the U.S. had its foreign aid funding, Ruby and around 300,000 other aid workers worldwide lost their jobs. With no other employment available, she is surviving now by working the streets, alongside the very people she once fought so hard to help.
So you're saying that without us funneling money to these different groups, they're forced into becoming trans hookers?
Yes.
Okay. What do you want to GoFundMe or something? Do you want to come up with another alternative sort of money source for these people?
I would love for somebody to like just show up at a barber shop, at a coffee shop, anywhere, and just ask people, hey, do you want your tax dollars going to make sure that trans hookers in Nepal don't have to work the streets?
Yeah, probably not. Now, you might go to some hair salons where a lot of rich white liberal women go in big cities, and you might say, well, yes, we obviously should. Well, then you write a check.
Right, write a check. Nobody's stopping you from doing that.
Absolutely. Oh, my
all
gosh.
the ladies together for a tea and pass the hat.
And I'm trying to think of all the other things that Doge uncovered that we were just scratching our heads on.
Oh,
that people on the left said that's not even happening, that we'll end up finding out that it is happening, and they need our money desperately.
Yes.
Wow, that's incredible. Okay. By the way, speaking of the trans community, Sophie Cunningham, the WNBA, she made a statement protecting, young girls not having biological dudes in the locker room. And she's been asked about that. She responded. We'll be getting to that. And the 5 stories we're watching today coming up in just a few.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores.
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
You don't need an economist to tell you your money doesn't go as far as it used to. Just buy groceries, fill up the tank, or pay a utility bill. The question is, what do you do about it? Sitting around hoping everything magically gets cheaper probably isn't much of a strategy. So before you make any big financial decisions, it's worth getting informed.
That's why you should check out Swiss America. They've been helping educate Americans about precious metals for more than 40 years, and they put together a free report called The Secret War on Cash. When you request your copy, you get no sales pitch, no obligation, just information explaining why a lot of people are looking at ways to help protect their purchasing power over the long haul.
Learn about your options. Do it today. Call or text 800-289-2646 or visit SwissAmerica.com/MVCR for your free report. Again, that's 800-289-2646 or SwissAmerica.com/MVCR. Tell them Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins sent you. Message and data rates may apply.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, and now the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Hey, number 5, an Obama Presidential Center plumbing subcontractor has now suspended operations and laid off 25 workers because, well, they weren't paid the $4 million that they were supposed to get paid.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
And they're not the only ones.
Oh,
there
no,
are other
they're
businesses, too.
Yeah, they're not getting paid. It's crazy.
What's going on there, Big O?
I don't know, man. These are like hard-working union jobs.
Yes. They're
Well,
good paying union jobs.
He's
too.
a multimillionaire. He can pay those bills himself.
Why not?
Yes.
Number 4, Humans First. This is a group that calls itself a conservative social movement against AI data centers. Well, it turns out not only did they get their startup funding from some San Francisco nonprofit, but they've got Green Party figures, a transgender congressional candidate, a Democratic state legislative candidate, and progressive activist organizations to run the protests that they've been putting on nationwide.
Jeez.
Interesting. Number 3, President Trump says he's losing patience with Senate Republicans who aren't working on the SAVE Act. Number 2, the House has meanwhile passed a symbolic resolution telling Trump to stop the war in Iran. The Senate is taking up a similar measure today instead of passing voter ID. Great job, everybody. All right. And number 1, Marco Rubio's update on Iran. He says, quote, I saw their foreign minister say something about their policy is an eye for an eye. The president's policy is a head for an eye. There you go.
Yeah. Like not messing around anymore. You know, it's interesting.
You can live with one eye. You can't without a head.
No, this is true. Yeah. Very observant, Scott.
Yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Yeah.
That is true. The Atlantic, of all publications, has a big story, headline. The DSA is a parasite. The left-wing faction is hijacking the Democratic Party, writes James Kirchick. And somebody's got to stand up to this.
They're panicking, man.
They are panicking.
I mean, they've been talking a lot about where to have their first presidential primary, what state they want to take it out of the Iowa caucuses because hashtag Iowa so white or something. And there's a big push from Democrats, and this has been going on for quite some time, but I think there's a renewed sense of urgency in bringing it to South Carolina because black voters are not down with the DSA. They're not down with communism. And they want to try to head off any sort of communist candidate before they get too many delegates.
Oh, no kidding.
Democracy Party, by the way.
Well, of course. Yeah. Well, you know what, man? Did you hear James Carville talking about the Democratic Socialists? Mm-hmm. While at the same time talking about, like, traditionally black Democrats? Because he went off, dude. It was something.
Progressive House candidate who served in a battleground district in Michigan as law and Democratic Party officials once said black U.S. political leaders are a pillar of the capitalist and pluralist American establishment. Yeah, Jim Clyburn is part of that. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly who Martin Luther King was. Yeah, you're right. That's who John Lewis was. And these people are paternalistic, and it's a bunch of overeducated little white turds who think they know more than other people know, and they know what's wrong. And they're going to go and then you got, they're talking about indicting Netanyahu. And that the problem is you have a candidate, a DSA candidate, New York, saying we should be against interracial dating. Let me tell you something. These people, and these are to all my black friends and friends, people like me, they think they know more than you do.
Well, yeah.
They think their history is more glorious than yours. They think that Lenin was a more glorious human being than Martin Luther King or Frederick Douglass. That's what they really think. And if you don't...
Pause just a second. Mm-hmm. One of the things I'm thinking, hearing all this, is that it sounds like, Mr. Carville, you've used to having sort of a monopoly over a certain vote.
Yeah.
And you were able to go along with whatever history someone came up with as long as your party benefited. But now it's going after your Democratic Party. So you're like, whoa,
yeah, right.
Hold on a second. You can't change the history here. Yeah.
You know that. You don't know your history.
Mm-hmm.
And you should view these people with extreme skepticism because they think they know what's better for you.
Yeah, they think they know what's better for you. Why doesn't that sound familiar from that party?
You allowed the genie to escape the bottle.
Sure did.
Your
buddy.
party did it.
Yeah, did you come out against the 1619 Project a few years ago? I don't remember that, James.
Nope. Black Lives Matter.
Did not.
Nope.
Fiery but mostly peaceful protest.
Yeah. Joe Biden's probably celebrating today.
Why is that?
National Vanilla Ice Cream Day.
Well, he's a big fan of ice cream. He loves the ice cream.
Exactly.
All men and women created by you know the thing.
Yeah, I heard someone else talking about, well, Trump is obviously senile.
Mm-hmm.
And again, one of those people that for years talked about Biden. You know, people rip on his cognitive ability. There's nothing wrong with that guy.
Right.
He had a stutter.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
A stutter that never presented itself until 2019.
Exactly. And it just got worse year after year. And I've never heard anyone credible say that's what happens if you overcome a stutter early in life.
No.
There's never anything to really...
Speak McGurkin?
Yes.
That's what happens when you come out of the other end?
Yes.
You invent words?
Yeah.
This is the United States of America, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, he was big for the culinary crowd. I mean,
yes.
United States of America should be a steakhouse in Branson, Missouri. It should be.
I would love it. I mean, I want to go back to Branson. I had a good time there. It's been a while. All right. What's the biggest story of the day, David?
Biggest story of the day. There's Iran as bombs keep falling. We have the old bombathon going on. President Trump really leaning on Senate Republicans to try to do the right thing, which, I mean, how can you argue against the SAVE Act with the news that came out of Missouri? Out of New Jersey.
Exactly.
Oh, you can still be against it because you don't want to really change it.
Right.
I still don't understand it. What is the holdup?
I honestly don't know what the answer to that is.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing.
All right, we'll get to Sophie Cunningham about standing up for girls in their locker rooms and a news update next. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Thank you very much for being here. Do appreciate it. I'm Jamie Markley, the Gen Xer. David Van Camp, the Millennial. The Sexy Boomer, that's Scott Robbins. So did Act Blue launder some money, David?
Well, a dude named Charlie LaDuff, we featured his work before. He does all sorts of stuff, just fearless on the street reporting. Charlie LaDuff has found something pretty interesting, though. An 88-year-old woman has donated, allegedly, $150,000 over the last 5 years to Democrats through Act Blue. This is the fundraising clearinghouse that also is in some hot water for allowing foreigners to illegally donate to campaigns. The oversight is so lax, it almost seems like it's on purpose.
Yes, it does.
Elizabeth Waffle is her name. She lives out of a camper in rural Michigan. Now, she has definitely donated to Democrats. She's a Democrat voter.
Okay.
But Charlie asked her about that dollar amount.
Okay. Roll it.
It says here that you've donated $150,000 in the last 5 years to various campaigns, and that you've made nearly 15,000 donations on the computer. Did you make 15,000 donations in 5 years? $150,000?
150? Hell no. I don't have that kind of money.
Do you have internet?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
Do you have a computer?
No.
No? So how could you make all these donations?
I don't know. Are these all mine?
Yes, this is. Now, there's 900 pages. I ran out of paper to print it on. Yeah, all of these.
Like a what?
Yeah. So this lady, she's been living out of this camper for the last couple of years because her house burned down and she hadn't had the money to rebuild it. And
that's because all her money is spent to these good causes, David.
Right, but it does look, boy, it certainly looks like somebody's just using her name to donate money under her name.
Yes, it does.
To skirt federal election laws. Dude, the whole thing is so corrupt.
Well, you save money when you live in a trailer. You're not spending as much on household items and things. Yeah,
clipping coupons for Beto. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well, someone that really believes in certain causes, you should sell your house and live in a trailer and give that money away, as she is doing, apparently. Yep. Wow, is that corrupt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we mentioned this yesterday. Sophie Cunningham, the Indiana Fever player in the WNBA. She's doing an interview with ESPN, and she happened to mention, I don't hate trans people. People say that. I don't. But I also want to protect girls in their sports and their spaces. And, she went on about that a little bit. So, last night, first time in front of press, and, of course, that's going to get brought up. So I figure we'll listen, and you can tell me how you think she did with the question and answer part of this.
And you talked about wanting to protect young girls who shouldn't have to go against biological men. Just can you expand your viewpoint on that?
I mean, I think I said what I said. I think it's kind of common sense. And I think I'll always believe in that. I think it's really important to protect children, and that's little girls who are also involved in that category. And so I stand on what I said, and I always believe that.
Yeah. Do you see your advocacy on that, taking any form going forward?
I don't know. I'm not a very political person, but I do have beliefs. I have morals, and I'll always stand on those and be true to who I am. And I think people are going to take it how they want to take it, but I've never even really said anything about that. And so when it comes just to protecting young girls in sport and women in sport, I feel very strongly about that. I think that's why you have Title IX. That's why you have some of the greats in women's sports. If Title IX and women's sports weren't protected, then you wouldn't hear about any type of women in sport. And so I think in the future, it's just really important to protect.
Do you think, I guess...
Hold on, before the next question. How do you think she's doing so far?
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Hey, I said what I said. It's pretty clear about it.
Yes. Stand behind it. There you go. Okay. Now this is the question. Well, some might say, sort of.
Do you think, I guess, along the line, like that it goes against perhaps... Some people might say, hey, for the trans community, this could be something that could come back on us or be targeted against us. Like, how do you, I guess, view that sort of critique?
Like I said, I extend love, and I don't dislike anyone. Like, I think there is room for absolutely everyone here, and I think there's room to love everyone. And I truly think when you get people in the same room and you have conversations, you actually have a lot in common with a lot of people. And so I'm there to love, but I'm also there to love biological women, and I think that there are rights that need to be protected. And like I said, I'm going to stand true to that. I'll never falter in my beliefs in that, but I have never once said I hated the trans community. Like I said, I think there's space for everyone.
I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, really good, because you're not used to doing that sort of thing as an athlete.
Yeah.
But you're going to go out there and give an opinion. First of all, because it was asked for.
Yeah.
People asked you about it. And say, I don't hate anybody. But, this is what I believe. I would treat everyone the same.
I think if you feel strongly about your convictions, and there's none of this tap dancing you generally get from athletes or people or politicians or whatever. I mean, she just straightforwardly said, here's what I believe.
Yes.
I believe this is true. This is what's true to me anyway. And, I love everybody and whatever. So, I mean, but I don't think there was a hint of stuttering or stammering or backtracking or worried about what the next phrase was going to be.
No.
She just said it.
Yeah,
It's
the other
refreshing.
side tries to define you by saying, well, if you don't accept this, then you hate us.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
That's not what it is.
That's why there's so many people who are afraid to say what they really mean.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid they're going to be doxxed or, they'll lose their credibility or whatever. I mean,
Or their, quote, credit score goes down within the league or whatever.
Yeah, you just, so they're afraid to say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
She can speak to it, and, I don't think she cares tomorrow if she gets cut or not cut from the team or whatever.
Well, she's not going to get cut.
No, she's not. But I'm just saying, I don't know if there's any fear of that.
Yeah, she's just going to be herself.
Or blowback or anything else. Like, hey, here I am.
And it is funny. The New York Post had a piece about her today. It wasn't about this. It was about the pointing thing and how the league said no more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What exactly did the league say? Like, we don't want that in any of our sort of images.
I don't think it was the league. It was the players union that was saying, our partners can't use that for the purposes of advertising, I believe is what the point was.
Yeah, and the whole piece in the Post was like, they're their own worst enemy all the time, the WNBA.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because this has become a phenomenon.
But again, they're in the woke box. They can't get out.
Yeah.
Nothing
Well,
they
everywhere
can do.
she goes, and there's girls going, would you take a picture of me with the point?
Yeah.
And then she'll do it. She can sell her own merch with the pointing thing.
Yeah.
Because that's a meme everywhere. And she could really cash in on that.
She has.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. It's that time. We do it a couple of times a day. Go around the table. It may not be the biggest story out there, but you saw it. Wanted to bring it in. So, David, today, what's your story?
I think you mentioned this earlier in the week that left-wing podcaster, Jennifer Welch, Rockslide Face.
Yeah, you gave her that name. And then what's her goofy friend?
I don't know. Puffy Pig? I don't know what her name is.
Puffy Pig.
I forget what her name is.
Well, apparently she thinks that homeschooling is bad, and it's why would you even want to be around your kids? It's creepy to be around your kids and all that. Well,
which was mind-blowing because you're not doing it for yourself.
Right.
You're doing it for the kids. It's for the betterment of the kids, you dope.
Yeah, if you can swing it, then why not try it? If you're interested in doing it, you can do it. Well, she's doubling down after some blowback because she says, well, homeschooling is for gay creationists who want to keep their wives on a leash or something like this.
What? Okay, roll it.
The homeschooling that I was referring to is the crazy Christian homeschooling. It is trickle-down stupidity. You have to be dumber than a box of hot rocks to sit down with your kids and teach them that dinosaurs and man lived on the planet at the same time, that the earth is 5,000 years old, and on and on. But more than anything, the reason they're melting down so much about this is because...
Hold on. You think every Christian homeschooling parent teaches that?
Yeah, that's like talking points from 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, when we were talking about this the other day, it was also mentioned, and it was Katie Pavlich that did it on her show, saying, okay, you want to see the test scores from homeschool kids compared and how they're better off in basically every measurement possible, and they're not depressed, and they're happy. Anyway, go ahead, Rockslide.
Homeschooling is inherently patriarchal, and it is a huge push of the fascist project because it keeps women at home. And over 90% of all homeschooling parents are the mother. You know, they don't want women to be out in the workforce to make their own money and have independence so they can divorce their piece of closet case husbands when they find out. No, they want the women at home, dead ass broke, homeschooling the kids. This is a patriarchal step of the fascist project.
Seriously, man. I have mixed emotions hearing her. And there's part of me that almost feels bad because she is such a dark person.
Yeah.
Like she is so bitter and angry.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she has no children.
She does.
Oh, she does.
She
have
is.
children?
How did she describe herself? She describes herself as like happily divorced.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah.
Just because you picked the wrong dude or whatever doesn't mean every other woman did. Right. And any homeschooling mom I've ever known, they love their husbands, and the husbands love them. That's the way they wanted to raise their kids. You don't know regular people, you idiot.
Everyone I know who does that, too, they made a decision together as a couple. This is what they were going to do.
Oh, for sure.
Nobody had a gun to anybody's head. Nobody
Right.
said, you will. You know, it wasn't like that at all. It was just like, we made a decision. This is what we're going to do.
Well, and you could make the argument they made sacrifices because they sacrificed her salary.
Yeah.
Because she could be out making bank, but it's not up to them as far as needing a certain sort of car so they can feel better about themselves in front of their fake, stupid friends.
I mean, I know some who have done homeschooling through junior high, and then when the kids are in high school, they allow them to go to whatever the high school is.
That's fairly common, yeah.
Yeah, it is fairly common. You're right.
And they all have to go backwards with their own studies.
Yeah.
Because they've already learned it.
Hey, when you get in there, dumb down a little bit, okay? You want to
Exactly.
fit in.
Man. Okay. You know what my story is? This is going to take a little bit. You might get cut short, Scott.
That's all right.
I just happened to see this morning. Libs of TikTok posted this. And I looked into it a little bit. This is happening in Naperville, Illinois. This is big money in this school district. Parents are, raising an issue with a teacher. Okay?
Yeah.
Listen to this. It's a couple minutes, but you'll get what I mean.
I'd like to ask each of you to simply listen as parents. I am here to further discuss interactions by a Highlands Elementary teacher that numerous parents and staff find unprofessional or potentially worse. This isn't just about my children. It's about all 16,000 children who rely on the adults in this district to keep them safe. And imagine our surprise when our child tells us his teacher growls and blows in his ear. The teacher says booty spank while slapping their behind as part of a spelling lesson.
What?
Stop right there. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Blowing in their ear?
Yeah. These homeschooling idiots. And go on.
The teacher puts food directly into his mouth and other students' mouths. And when a mistake is made, the teacher says busted hardcore. And then at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night, my wife receives a text message from that teacher. Attached is a video of our child and another student. They are the only two children in the room with the teacher. The video is being sent from the teacher's personal phone. The message reads, "Raising a good dude." My wife and I have spent more than 2 decades working in schools, so we didn't view these interactions just through the eyes of parents, but also through the eyes of professionals who understand what appropriate conduct with students should look like. Since first raising these concerns,
because this goes on for a while, and I want to get to your story, Scott. They're frustrated because you have different people within that district saying, well, there's only so much we can do. So much we can do. Are you freaking joking?
That's... Oh, my God. I mean...
Dude, no. Gone.
Oh, yeah.
Gone.
And, boy, it does ratchet up when you find out, like, it's a male teacher doing that.
Oh, yeah. Booty spank. No.
Uh-uh.
No.
Good golly.
I know.
Well, now I'm
Scott,
I'm off track the rest of the day. Oh, my God.
We'll get to your story coming up in just a few, promise. Sorry, man, after hearing Rockslide talk about homeschooling, it's like, this is why people want to homeschool, idiot.
Yes.
All right. Nimrod's the news updated, more straight ahead.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-230-2777. 800-230-2777.
Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected! Also, you forgot to renew your website domain and now you're in a bidding war!
You should see the look on your face! At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Plus, the fridge died in the break room and now everything smells weird! All right!
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robin Show. You know, a lot of people talk about the weight loss injections because they do get results, but as you probably know, some people want to stay away from the needles, and they really want to stay away from some of the intense side effects that can happen with the shots. So if you've been in that boat, yeah, I'd like to lose some significant weight, but I really don't want to do all that stuff. Well, there is a product called Lean that's been working for a lot of people.
Yeah, it works like the shots, but no needles. You just take 3 of the capsules with breakfast, and you're off and running for the day. It helps manage your blood sugar, control appetite and cravings, and support your body as you lose weight and keep that weight off.
If you're one of these casual dieters, you need to drop 2 or 3 pounds. Brickhouse Nutrition designed this product, Lean, for the frustrated dieter, somebody trying to drop 10 pounds or more. So let's get you started right now. 20% off plus free rush shipping. Go to takelean.com. Use the promo code MVCR. Add lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan. That's MVCR at takelean.com.
It's a news update and what's your story all in one. Scott Robbins.
Well, we've been talking about Mom Donnie. I always say Donnie like his middle name's Donnie. Mom is his first name. Anyway, he acknowledged his inability to arrest Netanyahu when he comes to New York. He said, well, I really can't do that. And now a lot of people are jumping in. And one of the people that are jumping in is Rashida Tlaib. She said she's on the record as saying, hey, we could do a citizen's arrest. Maybe we could do that. I'm not kidding. And so, so she said, and if you need my help, Zoran, you got my number. Call me. I'll be right there, she said. And then she went back to her shave that she was getting at the time.
Oh, my gosh.
Maybe you shouldn't even want to have sex with me.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't. Yes.
No worries there. We got to get to Nimrod.
When the going gets tough.
Damn it, this is too hard.
The dumb get dumber.
All right, Dan.
It's Nimrod's in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrod's in the News. We go to New Jersey, where 39-year-old Christopher Burton Frazier was arrested after he stole a $500,000 armored police vehicle. It was a Bearcat. It's primarily used by SWAT, police, and military for hostage situations. I mean, that's an easy vehicle to spot.
Yeah.
He's just taking it out for a joyride, like 20 minutes. He's been caught in a lot of trouble, and that's Nimrod's in the News.
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. Okay. Fraud is bad, says a Democrat, but it's not what Trump's talking about with this voting thing in Jersey.
Right. New Jersey Democrat Senator Andy Kim on MS Now reacting to the news that his state allowed hundreds of non-citizens to vote and registered thousands more. And they're trying to tap dance around like, well, okay, yeah, we got caught this time, but what Trump's talking about is completely different, even though this is exactly what Trump has talked about. See? We're pro-democracy. Married women not able to vote. Something.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, I heard about it for the first time today as well. And I have to say, look, I mean, this is unacceptable. And this needs to be fixed immediately. And people need to be held accountable for that, especially if they've known this since it's happened a couple years ago. So, yes, when there are mistakes, when there are things that are broken, we need to fix it. But we also need to make sure that we're looking at the problems in the right size, that this is not akin to what Donald Trump was talking about.
Oh, God. See,
it is, actually.
Of course it is. They can't just take accept the responsibility. We're going to fix it. Leave it alone. Why does Trump gets drug into all of this stuff all the time?
Well, because they're
But what
defensive.
about, but if? What about, yeah.
Because they're on the defensive.
It's just idiotic, though.
It's not funny, but you're cracking me up.
No, but dude, it's just
I know.
can't. It could be anything, right?
Yes.
Well, the New York Yankees season is not going as well. Yeah, but Donald Trump's season is going even worse. What's that got to do with it? I don't know what I don't get it.
I think what they're trying to say is, hey, this was small, and then they owned it, and it's not this widespread.
Again,
and
what is the threshold of pain?
Exactly.
5,000 votes and 10,000, 20,000 before it's a problem.
How do you have a system that when people say, "Yep, not a citizen, can't vote," yep, you can vote.
Yeah, go
system
ahead.
says clear.
Right. It's crazy, man. And the thing is, too, if you have an admitted 6,600 who said, nope, not a citizen.
Yeah, right.
And they were still registered to vote, how many more clicked, yes, I am a citizen, and they weren't?
I thought exactly the same
How many
thing.
more did that? Because, I mean, this is kind of like you have a busy stretch of road where people notoriously speed down it. And let's say the cops in a given month issue 50 speeding tickets. And you say, wow, only 50 people were speeding. Well, no,
Right,
a lot
of
more
course
people
not.
were speeding. Those were just the ones that got caught.
Yeah.
And issued tickets.
It is funny, man. The other day when you were out on vacation, Scott, we were playing a montage of Democrats talking about voting machines being hacked. Now, this was all about Russia hacked the election, blah, 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 blah. You don't hear any of this crap anymore.
Virginia just stopped using touchscreen computer voting because it's so vulnerable.
Right.
We need to look at all the voting machines. Every Secretary of State needs to be, assisted in making sure that they are not being hacked and attacked.
I continue to think that our voting machines are too vulnerable.
But researchers have repeatedly demonstrated that ballot recording machines and other voting systems are susceptible to tampering.
Even hackers with limited prior knowledge, tools, and resources are able to breach voting machines in a matter of minutes.
In 2018, electronic voting machines in Georgia and Texas deleted votes for certain candidates or switched votes from one candidate to another.
The biggest seller of voting machines is doing something that violates Cybersecurity 101, directing that you install remote access software, which would make a machine like that, a magnet for fraudsters and hackers.
Shut up! That was the end of that. Yes. But it never happens.
Right.
And when a Democrat wins, it is the safest, fairest election ever in the history of mankind.
Yes.
81 million votes.
For Joe Biden.
Yes. Bumbling Joe.
That's right.
He campaigned hard, though. That
He
was
did.
a hard-fought campaign. He was in the basement.
Yes. It was very difficult. Okay. Moving on to Trump. He's had it with the Senate.
Yeah.
When it comes to passing the SAVE Act.
We've had it with the Senate.
Oh, my gosh.
It is ridiculous. So President Trump gave a speech last night, and he is at the end of his rope when it comes to the Senate punting on the Save America Act.
Yeah.
We're having a hard time in the Senate. The Senate, what they're doing is just not right. Congress is going to pass it again. They passed it 3 times. They're going to pass it again. It's like the Senate is a place that you send things when you want them to die. We can't do this, and we're not going to take this any longer. We're not going to take it. I'm trying to be nice, trying to be really nice. You saw we had a big victory last night in Arizona. I've had victories everywhere. But we're not going to be able to take it much longer.
Yeah.
I still don't get it. I don't understand.
No, man.
I just can't understand this.
Well,
Why is this taking so damn long?
They talk about, parliamentary procedure, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, can you think outside the box? Can you try something? Nope. Best we can do is tell you we didn't try, but that's all we can do.
Is it money telling them not to do it?
That's probably it more than anything.
As far as big donors saying, hey, listen, off the record, you can't be passing that through.
Yeah.
We need illegals voting. Hey, dude, it's inexplicable. I don't understand
really
it. It's not like, hey, this is a 50-50 on this. We could no. We've gone over it 100 times.
And again, when you look at polling,
yes,
on this issue, I mean, nothing is this top heavy. I mean, this thing is 70-30.
Yes.
Well, overall, it's 80-20.
All right, 80-20. Right. I want 70-30 to be nice.
Yeah, it's 70% of Democrats who support
71%. Yep.
Yeah, voter ID.
What is it with biological dudes in women's sports?
Oh, it is
close.
It's about 80-20, I think. Yeah.
But boy, the left is still fighting for this.
Mm-hmm.
One of your all-time favorites, Scott, Megan Rapinoe.
Ugh.
She's on The View.
Oh, no.
All right. Do you want to just try an exercise here? Yeah. I haven't heard the whole clip. I've heard a bit of it.
I haven't heard any of it.
She is trying to make the case that you should have biological men in women's sports now that she's retired.
Yeah, right.
So roll it. We'll see if this makes any sense at all.
Let's just pull back a little. At first it was well, nobody likes women's sports and nobody wants to watch it. Or there was,
Whoever said that? What is she talking about?
I didn't watch it a lot, no.
It depends on what it was.
Yeah.
I like to watch women's softball, college softball.
Yeah.
I like some women's golf. Just depends. Up until a certain time, WNBA just wasn't fun to watch. Sorry.
I like to watch any team she's not on.
Okay, go ahead.
abuse happening and nobody seemed to care. Now all of a sudden we're going to use a vulnerable group of people in the trans community.
Hold on. Did she say abuse? No one cared? Yeah. When that Nassar story came out, everyone cared.
Yes.
Everyone was horrified.
Everyone was horrified by that.
She's full of baloney. Go ahead.
Be like, oh, well, we're just protecting women's sports and we care so much about it. When the Heritage Foundation is now going to go after Title IX. So is it about reproductive rights or is it about just women's rights in general? We're seeing the rollback of Roe v. Wade. Marriage equality, I feel like, is getting put back on the table. That was settled law. And
this is just a lot of nonsense.
Yeah.
There's no fact to back up what she's talking about. It's like, here's my vibe.
Marriage equality?
They're putting that back on. It's like all the fear-mongering. Dude, this is a whole community that anytime Trump is trying to get elected president, we're going to have to move because he's going to throw out all the gays. It's like, what are you talking about?
I thought her relevancy clock was up, too, by the way.
Well, it's The View.
Ugh.
Okay, go ahead.
And so all of these things, like, yes, they're going after trans people in sports, and they're using this as a wedge issue because we love sports and, you know, we don't want our little girls to be unsafe. And
hold on a second. Like, I don't care if I never watch a sporting event again. Yeah. A dude should not be in a girl's locker room.
Well, yeah, it's not about love of the sport even. It's about love of the girls, wanting to protect our – you talk about vulnerable communities.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Say from who, but okay. Yeah. But now we're using this as like an overarching thing when really what we're attacking women. We're saying if you look like this as a woman, you can play. If you look like this as a woman, there's a bill in Washington happening right now that's going to require all girls, just like full stop, to go through a sex test, an invasive, like examining their genitals to see if they're a woman.
Yeah.
And that has not worked.
David, you call foul.
Well, yeah, it's called a physical. You do it all.
Yes.
They've been doing it for years, actually.
It's not like before every sporting contest, there's a dude with a flashlight going, okay, let's see it. It's not happening. Jeez, these people. Go ahead.
Worked out well historically for people to do
we
that.
know what that means. Black girls are going to get questioned more, and they're going to get questioned first. Who's doing
and now you're race baiting?
Yes.
What does that have to do with anything?
It doesn't have anything to do with anything.
Okay, thanks.
The examination.
Who wants to subject themselves to that?
And so they're going to see a pullback. They don't like women in sports because it helps us with confidence and power. And we see so many women in the C-suite played elite level sports. It's just
what are you talking about?
I don't know. The topic got really, really diluted, didn't it?
I'm Han Solo flying through the asteroid field right now. Never tell me the odds.
I'm trying to think of all of my friends that I have that are conservative that have daughters. They introduced sports to all of them. It wasn't, that's not for you, get in the kitchen. What friggin' planet are you on?
Well, unless the sport is how quickly you can make me a sandwich, I don't want to talk about it.
Soccer? Is that what they're calling home economics these days?
Yeah, right.
Okay. What's like?
So dumb.
Physically and all of it, but it's an attack on women in society. And I think the tie between the Heritage Foundation now wanting to go after Title IX, it's just like so blatant. Like, let's connect these dots. It's more.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You're just jumping through hoops. Everything is we're under attack.
Can't.
Okay.
And all of it is about if you're a boy, you can't play against the girls. That's what it's about.
Yes. I mean, this should be a common sense issue. The fact that you are going the other side shows what a complete empty moron you are. Okay. Happy to see this, a little bit of fun. There's a poll. If there was a zombie apocalypse, who would you choose to be your best companion of the 6 following people? Doctor, an engineer, an ex-police officer, a ship captain, an MMA fighter, or a pilot? Who you got first?
MMA fighter.
I'd probably say doctor or ship captain.
Okay. Doctor was number one with 51%. Come in the most handy. Then an engineer at 19. An ex-police officer at 13. Ship captain at 8. At number 5, Scotty, you got your MMA fighter.
Yeah, because I kick the crap out of anybody who doesn't, who doesn't do what I tell him to do.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then a pilot at 3%.
Yeah. Well.
Jet fuel will run out quickly.
No kidding. You have the MMA fighter first.
Yeah, because
to make sure Megan Rapinoe doesn't kick your ass.
No. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Oh, gosh. That was some of the most idiotic.
I'm still trying to figure that one out.
All right.
Yeah.
5 stories we're watching today coming right up.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-230-2777. 800-230-2777.
He's coming. Here he comes. Surprise! Your table saw broke. Also, the warranty expired weeks ago, so you need to pay for a new one out of pocket.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Oh, and the replacement part you ordered doesn't fit, so it's completely useless. What a waste.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, and the 5 stories we're watching today.
All right, number 5, an Obama Presidential Center plumbing subcontractor has now suspended his operations and had to fire 25 workers because of a $4 million payment dispute. Not getting paid.
Pay your bills? How is that possible?
That's a great question.
I mean, they're not the only ones.
Oh, no, they're not. There are a lot of contractors who worked on that building who have not been paid for their work.
Is there anybody in media that's asked Big O about this?
Adios, amigos.
I don't know. I didn't have anything to do with that about it. Number 4, Vance Bolter, the nut who murdered Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband, then also shot and injured State Senator John Hoffman and his wife, has been sentenced to 2 terms of life in prison plus 40 years for good measure. Good. Bye.
See ya.
Rot in prison. Number 3, President Trump says he's losing patience with Senate Republicans who aren't working on the SAVE Act. Number 2, the House has passed a symbolic resolution telling Trump to stop the war in Iran. That measure, or a similar measure, actually failed in the Senate today. And number 1, President Trump warned he is close to deciding whether to launch what he described as a massive attack on Iran, as he said that the regime, well, hasn't received enough pain yet.
Okay,
well, bring the pain.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Like old school rap, man.
Yep.
Heck yeah. Happen to see this. OpenAI's getting sued.
Oh, yeah?
ChatGPT. For medical advice.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard about this story.
I wondered about that, if that would ever happen.
Yeah. This dude from Florida, Scott Winters, claimed in his lawsuit that they gave him extremely dangerous medical recommendations that delayed him for weeks from seeking medical care for what turned out to be a life-threatening pulmonary embolism. Could have resulted in his death. I know what you're thinking. Go see a doctor.
Right. I mean, to me, it's like, no, you're dumb. If you're trying to let the robot run your life, you're an idiot.
Yeah. He said one of the details be that the way Chat clearly tailored its reasoning over time to what would be most warmly received and effective when talking to this guy, who, by the way, is a Christian pastor. Because it said, the health crisis wasn't dangerous, but that God did not design your body to endlessly fail. At that point, are you like, this is AI?
Well,
I'm not talking to a real person here.
Well, also, say if you took that message to heart, I'm not sure you're a very good pastor either.
A lot of questions here with something like that. Yeah. So you see, okay, lawsuit, because there are a lot of lawsuits all the time that are going to get thrown out. I don't know if this one will be, or not. We'll just have to see. Some people are upset with Steak and Shake because they have QR codes now at the soda machines to prevent people from dispensing refills without paying for them. But that's what they wonder if that's what it's about.
What else would it be about?
They're trying to crack down a little bit.
Well, yeah, because you get people that sit there and order fries and 40 gallons of soda. Yeah.
That it's also when you got somebody that's like, I just want water. I get it, and then they're getting soda.
Get the cup and
Yeah, that sort of thing. And then some people, I don't know if you ever saw the one video where the person it looks like they're just trying to get ice.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other person can't get their drink from their QR code because that person was not supposed to be getting ice, and they went right ahead. Because when you're seeing somebody getting ice,
you're
not thinking anything about it. So you're putting your QR code in so you can get your soda, but then they go for the ice and they think it was you. And so then you go to get the soda. It's like, no, it doesn't fill it up. People are like, what is going on with this? But usually anymore, those it's a mess every time anyway.
Yeah, it is.
At a lot of places. Anyway.
I like my free refills, though.
I know you do.
They're nice.
Do they not do that at Steak and Shake?
You used to?
They used to. I don't know if you're using a QR code now for everything. I don't know.
We'll see. All right. But I already know what the biggest story of the day is. Plus, we're running out of time. Sometimes I want to hear a wise person say the state of things. Hilarious take straight ahead right here. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, thank you very much for being here. Marco Rubio has spoken, David.
Yes, he has. Secretary of State Marco Rubio was asked about so-called prominent Republicans asking for him to take over negotiations with Iranians over the vice president. Marco Rubio is very good at playing this game.
Yeah, he is.
Who are these prominent Republicans?
Senator Sheehy, the Wall Street Journal opinion page. There's people.
Well, that's not Republican. That's a newspaper.
Well,
You're a troublemaker with these questions.
It leads right
no. Look, guys, listen. Here's the bottom. You know who the lead negotiator is? His name is Donald J. Trump, the President of the United States. That's who dictates our policy. He has a team of people that work together on this. We all have a role to play, depending on what the topic is. We have very good negotiators in Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. We have the Vice President of the United States, which is the second highest ranking official, which tells you how the importance we give in this file. Obviously, I have a role to play. The Department of War has had a role to play. That's how we approach it. This doesn't, it's a combined effort, and it always should be.
Yeah. I like that. You're a troublemaker.
Yeah, I like that, too. The Wall Street
Journal. Trying to stir it up.
Yeah. That's a newspaper, not a Republican.
Exactly. Scott, you've talked about the midterms a lot over the last several months.
Yep.
You've been nervous about it, especially with prices, gas prices, all prices.
Yeah.
So there's a new Fox poll out.
I saw it.
And Britt Hume was on with Brett Baer yesterday to talk about it. I look at Britt Hume like, here's this wise man who's seen a lot. What is his take on this?
You do a pretty damn good Britt Hume, too, by the way.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's pretty good. You were talking as Britt Hume earlier this morning, and I was laughing out loud.
I don't think it looks very good.
see, that's pretty good. That is.
Anyway, here's part of this.
The truth is there's not much good news for Republicans in this whole poll we did.
Yeah.
Underwater on the economy, as you showed, underwater on affordability. Those two issues are front and center for sure. Republicans have a little bit of a lead on national security and, I guess, law enforcement. But everywhere you look, Republicans are down. Now, there is a bit of good news. As you mentioned, the redistricting will help them with seats in the House, and they will probably need every one of them that they can get from that. And the other thing is, of course, that on the question of intensity of voters' sentiment, it appears that Republicans are down, but if you add the people who are very likely to those who are extremely likely to vote, the difference for Democrats is very slight. So Republicans can take some faith and some hope for that. But
but overall, doesn't look great. But there is one hope the GOP has. Communist.
Yeah. Well, I certainly think that's part of one of the ingredients in the general unpopularity of the Democratic Party, which is, I should say, is one of the reasons Republicans have some hope here. The Democrats are really in bad odor with the public, and they got all these extreme candidates out there, and some of whom have won nominations. One of whom got elected mayor of New York City, and is a very visible presence. So that's something that Republicans are sure to hit on. That the Democratic Party has gone so far left, it's off the side of the table.
And bat crap crazy is what it is.
Well, yeah.
He had to laugh when he's talking about Mamdani.
Well, yeah.
Because he's a clown.
It's a joke.
It is, but
unfortunately, it's a long-term joke.
Yes.
I mean,
it is dangerous.
Well, it is. It's very dangerous. And, we can laugh about it because, there are several people.
Well, we're going to laugh at everything.
Within that party who are just like him, if not worse.
Yes, and there are some that are for career survival getting on board, and others are trying to stand up and go, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
This is communism.
They treat this, though, like the majority of the people want this. And they treat communism and socialism like people are crying out for it.
Yeah.
Because they live in that insulated world where that's the way everybody thinks.
I'm trying to think, where did I read this the other day? Because I'd give them credit. They were comparing the talking points of a Mamdani, in the Democratic Socialist, with Obama in 2004. Mm-hmm. That this whole hope, it's about hope, and you got to have the change. And they're going right back to it. For a lot of people that are naive enough to believe, oh, yeah, this would be great if I didn't have to worry about paying rent.
Yeah. Right.
Or have my bills taken care of. And knowing that never works. By the way, before we move off of Britt Hume, one of my favorites of all time that I hadn't heard in a while. Because he was the first guy to actually say it with Biden in 2020. Of course, Biden got way worse. But when he just flat out said, I can tell you what the problem is, the dude's senile. Was that even 2019? It was 2019 or 2020.
I have no doubt about what the problem is. I'm about the same age as he is, and I experience the same kind of memory problems he does. I think he's senile, and I don't think there can be much doubt about it. It's not necessarily crippling, but it doesn't help.
That's the best part.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily crippling. It just doesn't help.
The thing was, by the end, it was crippling.
Yes, it was.
Britt Hume still sounds like he's with it.
Yeah.
And with Biden, you know what happened.
The Minister Yacobo, daughter of Ireland. You can tell that's a Freudian slip. I'm thinking of home.
You're not from Ireland. All those different things that he would say is just one.
Shanga Kawawa.
Dang.
Kawawa. He's like, I know I'm getting this one wrong.
If I say it soft, maybe they won't hear it.
Shanga Kawawa.
Kawawa. All right, it's that time. We do it a couple of times a day. Go around the table. It may not be the biggest story out there, but it caught your attention. David, what's your story here?
This is the most unintentionally hilarious article I've ever read. It's an opinion piece from Nancy Armour, sports writer, USA Today. Writing about Caitlin Clark from the WNBA. She says that Clark has been flopping, and it's not just annoying, it's dangerous. Apparently, Clark has called for fouls twice in the last couple weeks. Even though there was no foul upon replay review. Okay, yeah, it happens. And
okay,
yeah, she is also getting mobbed every single night. I mean,
yeah, she gets fouled hard.
Now here is the crux of it that Nancy Armour writes, quote, It seems there is a white nationalist element to Clark's fandom that is deeply, deeply problematic, made even more so because the WNBA is made up of predominantly black women, many of them queer. When Clark claims fouls that don't exist, those racists see her as a white woman in need of saving and take matters into their own hands.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what that means, but then she writes, it shouldn't need reminding that this country has an awful history of black people being harmed, even killed, in the name of defending white women. The WNBA's All-Star Game this weekend is in Chicago, Emmett Till's hometown.
I knew that. I knew it. I almost said it before you said it.
This is incredible.
Emmett Till is going to come up here, yes.
And a local art gallery is currently hosting an exhibit imagining his life if he hadn't been lynched. While it's incumbent on the WNBA to do more to protect its players, there should also be an expectation on Clark to recognize the wider consequences of her actions. She's a basketball player.
Yes.
And yet,
you're trying to get the call.
Yes. You kidding me? Like LeBron James doesn't do that?
Oh, my gosh,
Every second he's on the court? That is what happens, but apparently because she's white, that she's calling for white nationalists to lynch people in the WNBA.
Yes, that's what she's doing.
We just watched the World Cup where the flipping and flopping was going on all the time.
Right.
Yes.
Constantly. And rolling around agonizing, and getting right back up and playing if they didn't get the call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shut up.
Is that one of those where you write that piece and then you send it to the editor and you're like, nailed it? Or are you going to your coworkers going, I outdid myself this time. Yeah. Look at this.
I think that's probably just driving hate clicks more than anything else.
Yeah.
Because you can't be serious with that. You cannot seriously say that Caitlin Clark is trying to make an Emmett Till moment in the WNBA. And that's
incredible.
They have the whole thing of these racists see her as a white woman in need of saving and take matters into their own hands. What? You've got a person with 6 followers on X that says something racist to somebody, and that's supposed to be the same as literally murdering a guy?
Yeah, apparently.
Please.
Well, you murdered him with a language.
Well, it's violence. You know that.
Of course. All right, Scotty, what do you got for what's your story?
My story is, and it was titled The Left-Wing Unicorn Hunt for the White Male Working Class Voter. And this is interesting because we've talked about it several times, and I did not know this. The last Democratic candidate to appeal to the white working class voter was Bill Clinton. He needed every one of those voters, too, in 92 and 96. Yet he still failed to win 50% of the popular vote because, Ross Perot was in there, blah, blah, blah. Since then, the Democrats' brand has lost the white working class vote in every presidential election. Yet this demographic still makes up about 40% of the electorate and registers and votes at much higher rates than non-white groups. Apparently, during the Biden era, the influx of 10 million illegal aliens, Democrats really believe their own slogans. Emerging Democratic majority was one of them. And then Bill Kristol, who advocated, of course, abolishing ICE and is a big fan of Mondani, went on to say that, hey, we need to open the borders to replace the lazy American worker. Look, to be totally honest, if things are so bad, as you say, with the white working class, don't you want to get in some new Americans? And that's exactly what they were doing and have been doing for a long time until Trump rolled into town.
Hold on a second. Bill Kristol.
Yeah.
The former conservative?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He's
in with Mamdani?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of these people that for career survival have just turned into leftists.
Yes, and he's one of them.
It's gone from principled conservative, and I read some who are, I believe, to be principled conservatives that don't like Trump. They will never vote for Trump. I get it. Okay, that's fine. I don't agree with you, but that's all right. But they didn't turn into Mamdani supporting, free Palestine losers.
That's why I want to make sure that was the same dude.
Yeah, same guy.
I mean, I knew Trump broke that guy, but that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really broken. But, he says this, and it absolutely, we can't count on these people, so we need to import more voters, new voters.
Well, dude, it's like we've talked about the guy
Open the borders.
that would, meet some woman and get turned inside out.
Yeah.
and change their political views, but you'd be like, well, you know what that was about.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
But Bill Kristol, it's inexplicable.
No, it's career survival because nobody cares what he has to say except for, well, boomer liberals who think of him as a good Republican.
I guess you're probably right about that. For my story, I don't know if you heard this, Congress trying to pass a bipartisan bill that would ban all phone and video calls on airplanes. Most U.S. carriers don't allow in-flight calls already, but there's pressure to change that now that Wi-Fi on planes is expanding. Also, several foreign airlines that are cool with Wi-Fi calls, they could be impacted, at least in U.S. airspace. And you're like, okay, why would the government get involved in something like this? Is it a safety issue? They're like, yeah, they want to minimize disruptions and distractions. And I wonder to myself, is it just because people don't know manners anymore?
Yeah,
and everyone else is irritated?
I thought that was part of it because it makes me nuts, the one-way conversations you hear.
Yeah, dude, it could be in a store, public space, and it's on speaker.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to be a little late. Why is this on speaker?
Dude,
I don't know.
I was at a Barnes & Noble a while ago, and there was a lady in the middle of the store doing a FaceTime call complaining about her hairstylist. Did it all wrong. And somebody did actually go, an employee actually did ask her to, like, hey, take that outside. And she's like, ugh, and then walked out, stormed out.
It's a bookstore.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, good book to the back of the head.
Right?
Yeah.
Man, oh, man. Hey, who is stealing the used cooking oil? Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay, Nimrod's the news coming up in just a few, and a news update next.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Ever wonder why you have insurance for your car or home, but not your digital life? Meet WebRoot Total Protection, your digital bodyguard that includes antivirus, identity protection, VPN, cloud backup, and more. With plans for individuals and families, WebRoot takes the guessing game out of cybersecurity so you can get back to living your best life online. Go to webroot.com/protect and get 60% off today. That's webroot.com/protect to get 60% off today. Live a better digital life with WebRoot because peace of mind shouldn't be optional.
You don't need an economist to tell you your money doesn't go as far as it used to. Just buy groceries, fill up the tank, or pay a utility bill. The question is, what do you do about it? Sitting around hoping everything magically gets cheaper probably isn't much of a strategy. So before you make any big financial decisions, it's worth getting informed.
That's why you should check out Swiss America. They've been helping educate Americans about precious metals for more than 40 years, and they've put together a free report called The Secret War on Cash. When you request your copy, you get no sales pitch, no obligation, just information explaining why a lot of people are looking at ways to help protect their purchasing power over the long haul.
Learn about your options. Do it today. Call or text 800-289-2646 or visit SwissAmerica.com/MVCR for your free report. Again, that's 800-289-2646 or SwissAmerica.com/MVCR. Tell them Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins sent you. Message and data rates may apply.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins show. You know, a lot of people have trouble sleeping in the summertime. I didn't realize this phenomenon, but it's there. Some people are feeling like they wake up in the middle of the night and they're sweating, and then they can't get back to sleep. They're like, man, it's something about the summertime. Turns out, well, it could be cool in the house, but why are you getting hot in your bed? Sometimes it's the mattress trapping all the heat while you sleep, and you wake up all sweaty. That's why Ghost Bed has cooling tech built into every mattress.
Yeah, Ghost Bed is not only comfortable, it's cool. And it's not some gimmick that they try to add on at checkout or anything like that. It comes in every mattress that they sell. You will notice the difference immediately if you're a sweat hog like yours truly. Wasn't waking up sweaty, wasn't constantly moving around trying to get comfortable. The support is outstanding. My back feels better. I sleep deeper, and I don't wake up sweaty.
Yeah, and GhostBed will give you 101 nights to try it in your home, you sweat hog. And you can literally sleep on it all summer long and try for yourself. See it for yourself. Right now, by the way, GhostBed is giving you an extra 10% off with financing. Some GhostBeds, by the way, work out to about $1 a day. So go to ghostbed.com/MVCR. Use the promo code MVCR. That's ghostbed.com/MVCR. Promo code MVCR.
You freaking sweat shaming, man?
No, not at all. I'm a sweater too. I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
News update, David Van Camp.
Just sort of an addendum on the Nancy R. Moore USA Today piece claiming that Caitlin Clark asking for fouls is like lynching. She literally actually brought up Emmett Till being murdered.
Unbelievable.
David Burge, Iowa Hawk Blog on X, a very fun follow, says, in short, this is not a women's sports league. It's a joyless, angry, violent, race-obsessed, nonstop 2018 Oberlin struggle session filled with entitled lunatics unable to survive without someone else picking up the bill. They whine when they don't get attention. They whine 10 times harder when they do. They whine hardest about the problematic new fans who quadrupled their pay, tripled their TV audiences, 10 times their franchise valuations, got them chartered jets, etc.
Yeah.
That's great.
Very true.
Oh, we got to get to Nimrod's fast. I want to keep going with that.
When the going gets tough,
Damn it, this is too hard.
the dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrod's in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrod's the News. New York State Police warning people about thieves attempting to steal used cooking oil from restaurants.
What?
And they don't need to break in. They siphon it from storage tanks. Apparently, this type of oil is valuable because it can be recycled into products like renewable fuels. One guy in a van caught with a garden hose connected to the restaurant's cooking containers.
Are you ready?
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. Foreigners aren't voting. Yes, they are.
Yeah, actually.
We just found out for a fact.
Yeah, it's actually true. But, Democrat Representative Jim Himes, he was railing against the Save America Act, saying, hey, there's no reason to require proof of citizenship when people register to vote.
Unbelievable.
They've brought Washington to a halt for a month to pass the SAVE Act. This is a bill that would require you to show your birth certificate to register to vote. Because the whole premise is a lie, which is that lots of foreigners are voting in our elections. No foreign. I mean, effectively no foreigners.
Effectively? When did he say that?
That was yesterday.
That's not file audio.
No.
After everything that just happened this week.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's not happening.
Well, I mean, effectively, nobody is.
Okay, all right, got it.
That number
Yeah.
should be 0, and we should do everything possible to make sure that we get as close to that number as possible.
Yes. It's not that hard. The American voter is for it, both sides of the aisle. We've gone over this so many times.
And
Trump talked about it last night. He's frustrated.
Yeah, it is.
By the way, Trump was also talking about Ossoff from Georgia. John Ossoff.
Yeah.
And who he reminds Trump of. But he stepped in a little bit.
Not a little bit, a lot of bit, I'd say.
I'm trying to be nice.
Okay.
You know.
But he's got to get rid of the pop culture references.
Scott!
No, you do, because you don't know, and it just sounds goofy.
Scott!
Okay, fine.
All right, here you go. Roll it.
This country will never be a socialist country, remember? And I was right. They skipped socialism. They went right to communism.
Pretty funny.
Georgia's a state that believes in common sense, and yet your terrible Senator John Ossoff, he's terrible. And the Democrats in Congress are voting with the communists every single time. They're afraid of the communists. You look at it. Now, I fought Ossoff before, as you know, and we won. We had a great success against this guy. He reminds me of Pinky Herman. Did you ever see Pinky Herman?
Pee-wee?
Is that who? Okay.
I don't. I looked up a Pinky Herman. I guess there was one in like.
That sounds like a 1920s baseball player.
Yeah, like a vaudevillian type, deal. But that couldn't have been the reference. He wanted to reference Pee-wee, I'm sure.
That would be my guess. Yes. Pinky, though, yeah, that's not good.
Pinky Herman.
I'm here to help, not to. Hey, I'm here to help, not to hurt.
And the crowd, which wanted to erupt, but kind of was looking at each other like, "What do we think here? What's going on?"
Also,
Who's Pinky Herman?
When did they beat John Ossoff? Because he's in the Senate. I mean,
David.
Yeah, that one confused me a little bit, David. But I thought you could tell me what he meant by that.
Yeah, we were just going to go bypass that one, David, but then you had to bring it up.
Well, I'm sorry.
Was Ossoff running against Pinky Herman?
Starting off for your Atlanta Braves, Pinky Herman.
Number 21, the center fielder, Pinky Herman.
Well, I mean, look, dude, if Biden did that, we would have been on it all day.
Oh, of course.
So,
yes.
These are mistakes you just can't make.
I had not heard the Pinky Herman.
I know, man. Just not good, dude.
No.
I don't know why that just reminds me of one of our coworkers who years ago was trying to reference Shia LaBeouf, and he forgot his name and called him Sleepy LaBeef.
Sleepy LaBeef. I don't remember that.
Wow.
Sleepy LaBeef. That's a good like swamp blues musician name, right?
Yes.
Or WWE wrestler. Yeah.
Exactly.
Going
either
up
way.
against Pinky Herman.
Yes.
Yes. Either way. Okay. Something else. Well, bring it up. Like if we were going after Biden, we'd go after Biden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hunter Biden did a sit down with Don Lemon. I know. Yeah. And the last interview I saw with Hunter Biden, and I can't get enough of him because he just usually rails on people. Someone had told him, hey, lay off the swearing a little bit and not be so aggressive. I'm like, I hate that. Let Hunter be Hunter,
Him and everybody around him.
Right, like when he was talking about Clooney.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Don Lemon, I think, just set him up talking about Jake Tapper.
Oh, wow.
Because Tapper, wrote the book about his dad.
Yep.
Years after it mattered.
Yes. Exactly. And so he asked about Tapper, and this is why.
Are you friends with Jake Tapper?
No. No, well, I knew Jake forever. I've known Jake for 25 years.
How'd you feel about the book?
Look.
Okay, so this gets measured. And I just want you to know, Scott, I already sent this to Andres to edit.
Oh, boy.
I think we got all the F-bomb. Anyway, go ahead.
Button, David.
Here's what I'd like to say about that. I think that Jake is a complete and utter I think that he is
he's choosing it so.
A really poor journalist. And beyond that, I don't think he's a very decent human being. As a person, I don't like Jake. And so I guess what normally someone, when asked a question like that, like me, is supposed to say is like, oh, well, here's how I feel about it. I think he's full of That's what I think.
You think Jake Tapper's full of
I think he is the Brick Tamlin of his generation. Yeah. Yeah.
I know Jake. He's a former colleague. But...
Oh, I know you do. Yeah. And I don't know what you think of Jake, but I do know this.
Okay, do you see how measured he's trying to be?
Oh, yeah.
He's trying.
I want someone get to him fast and say, dude, let Hunter be Hunter.
Right.
Yeah, this is no
What do you
good.
have to lose?
Exactly. Yeah. Let that dog eat. This is no good.
What Jake espoused and has continued in the way that he has spoken about me, the way he has spoken about my mother, the way that he has spoken about my father, the idea that I would tell you and be full of like everybody else usually is and say, well, I'd like to respect Jake's long career in journalism He's done good things before. You know what? I don't have to say that. I'm not running for anything. I'm not. I'm certainly not running for class president, and I'm not running to be the most popular man on TV. And so,
so why are you doing all these interviews?
Right.
It's the white hot spotlight, baby. It's hard to get out of once you're in it.
Or
And
you-
he sells his art this way, and apparently he's got some art business.
No.
Yes.
I didn't see that.
Well,
Where'd you see
I
it?
saw it today somewhere. I don't know where I saw it, but
No one's paying for that.
But he's out there doing this stuff, and he's promoting the art, and he's selling some paintings.
Not
I
for
don't know.
$400,000.
No, like the $5,500 ones,
Okay.
but still.
So it's $5,500, not $500,000.
I thought I saw 53,000.
Oh well, you could be 53,000.
Whoa.
Like that was
I mean,
an
he's
asking
selling
price.
it. I know that. And-
Oh, somebody gave it, or that's the asking price?
I saw it as the asking price. I don't know if it's actually
yeah,
sold.
I don't know if he's selling it either, but who knows?
Yeah. Then he just goes on from there. At one point, he just turns to the camera. I don't like you, Jake.
That's the way I feel about Jake because I have a real personal grievance with him.
What would you say to him if you?
Oh, I don't have to say. I'd say exactly what I just said. Yeah.
You said
And I have. Jake, I do not like you. I don't like you at all, and I have a whole host of reasons why.
He looks right at the camera when he does that.
I think it's funny though. The guy.
He's teetering on the edge. He wants to go all in. You can tell.
the guy.
Gosh dang it!
The guy who shacked up with his brother's widow and got her addicted to crack is like, Jake Tapper's a bad guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't disagree.
I know. Just because he's not a good person doesn't mean this other guy isn't either.
Well, yeah, it takes one to know one, I guess.
Yeah, can be.
Don never answered what he thought of Jake Tapper. He
No,
was
he
asked
really
that. He
didn't.
didn't answer.
No, he didn't.
I'm be curious there too.
Oh, I don't think he likes a lot of the
I don't
people
think.
on
Oh, the
CNN.
CNN. No.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the American Bar Association.
Yes. The head of the American Bar Association testified in the House, and Representative Brandon Gill. He's very good at this kind of stuff. He wanted to get something straight about something on the ABA's website.
Okay, roll it.
According to the ABA's website, quote, all of us have implicit biases. Would you agree with that statement?
The ABA believes that diversity, equity, and inclusion improves the
Would you agree with the statement that, quote, all of us have implicit biases from the ABA's website?
The ABA believes that diversity in all of
Is
its
that a
realms
yes?
is
Can I take
important.
that? It's a yes or no question. Do you believe that all of us have implicit biases, as your website says?
The ABA looks to remove barriers, and we examine.
That's not my question, ma'am. Do you believe that all of us have implicit biases?
I've expressed what the ABA is doing.
That is the ABA's position, as expressed by their website. Against which groups do you have implicit biases?
The ABA believes that it's important to always express.
Are you going to filibuster? Because it doesn't make you sound very good. I'm going to ask you again, against which groups do you have implicit biases?
It's important to always examine everyone's point of view and where they may need to consider.
It is. What about your point of view?
I am here as the president of the American Bar Association.
And I'm asking you what your implicit biases are.
The ABA is an entity.
Have you reflected on your implicit biases?
I think about how I operate
What are they?
in the world constantly.
Would you like to explain to us what they are?
I am here speaking on behalf of the ABA and the ABA.
Oh my gosh, what a waste of time! But at least he makes it entertaining.
Yeah, at least
He
it
went
makes
at
it
it like
funny.
50 different ways too.
Yes.
Have you taken time to reflect on
Flex.
I like that one. Yes, reflecting is always good. People
is.
don't do it enough.
No, I agree.
Mm-hmm. And you had a very funny fact check on something, David.
Oh, I thought this was great. So Senator Patty Murray, a Democrat, posted today, Senate Republicans gave a lifetime judicial appointment to anti-abortion extremist Brandon Flowers. This man argued to revive an abortion ban that would go into effect before most women even know they're pregnant. Remember this. And the community note on X says Brandon Flowers is the musician for a band called The Killers and has never been appointed to the federal judiciary. Ben Flowers is the judge referenced.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Right there with Pinky Herman.
And Sleepy LaBeef.
You're not going to let that go.
Scott!
Speaking of rock and roll, I saw a headline, Mick Jagger's latest move leaves other icons in the dust. What are they talking about? That and the 5 stories we're watching coming up.
Quiet down. Here she comes. Shh. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
You don't need an economist to tell you your money doesn't go as far as it used to. Just buy groceries, fill up the tank, or pay a utility bill. The question is, what do you do about it? Sitting around hoping everything magically gets cheaper probably isn't much of a strategy. So before you make any big financial decisions, it's worth getting informed.
That's why you should check out Swiss America. They've been helping educate Americans about precious metals for more than 40 years, and they've put together a free report called The Secret War on Cash. When you request your copy, you get no sales pitch, no obligation, just information explaining why a lot of people are looking at ways to help protect their purchasing power over the long haul.
Learn about your options. Do it today. Call or text 800-289-2646 or visit SwissAmerica.com/MVCR for your free report. Again, that's 800-289-2646 or SwissAmerica.com/MVCR. Tell them Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins sent you. Message and data rates may apply.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, and the 5 stories we're watching today.
Okay, number 5, the U.S. unemployment claims plunged to their lowest level since 1969. Number 4, Vance Bolter, the nut who murdered Minnesota State Representative and State House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband, then shot and injured State Senator John Hoffman and his wife, has been sentenced to 2 terms of life in prison. Number 3, President Trump says he's losing patience with Senate Republicans who aren't working to pass the SAVE Act. I don't know what the repercussions are of that, but I think a lot of us would agree it's very frustrating watching these guys with the proven conservative record,
oh my gosh,
not do something that even Democrats voters want.
Agreed.
Number 2, the House has passed a symbolic resolution telling Trump to stop the war in Iran. That measure actually did fail in the Senate. Number 1, President Trump warned he is close to deciding whether to launch what he described as a massive attack on Iran, as he said the regime hasn't received enough pain just yet.
Okay.
All right.
I mentioned a headline I saw. Mick Jagger's latest move leaves other rock icons in the dust. Like, okay. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Talking about the new Stones album.
Really good.
You've listened to it all the way through?
Yeah, a couple times.
Wow. That's basically what the piece is about. Saying you're still able to put out like a great record.
Yes, they are. That's 2 in a row, by the way.
Yeah, the Hackney Diamonds.
Diamonds was really good, too. I mean, this is they're on a roll right now.
And this is Foreign Tongues.
Yeah. Production is really much slicker than you would expect from a Stones album, I think.
Well, I remember hearing that first song, and it was like a bluesy, you know, like... So that just sounds stripped down.
Oh, yeah.
But it's got a real tight production. That's good Stones right there.
That does not sound like an 82-year-old dude.
No, not at all.
You can hear the wood panels in the studio. I love it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I I know that they did a song, what was it, with Paul McCartney on bass?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for them.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
we
a
were
really
just
good
talking
record.
about it,
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago when Billy Joel said, yeah, he didn't write any songs past the age of, 45?
Yeah.
Because he thinks it dilutes your whole catalog when you release new stuff. It's just
confident
not
about
as
his
good.
own material. Yeah.
Yeah. That just sounds kind of weak.
I mean, the Stones have done crappy records. Don't get me wrong.
Every
For
band
sure.
has.
Yeah, they all do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to. That just sounds like
But-
a lack of ambition from Billy Joel.
It really does. Yeah, good for them. I mean, there's something else, too. I was thinking about this the other night. So on my YouTube feed, it is a show in Madison, Wisconsin. It's AC/DC. They're doing Hell's Bells. And I'm like, okay, I'll check this out. Why do you look like someone passed gas, David?
I don't know, man.
You have that look on your face.
I love AC/DC, but man, I do not want to. I do wish they had kind of hung it up a while ago.
I mean, they're making a boatload of
They
money.
are. I know.
And listen, their job is not to go make me feel good. I understand that. You go do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying it makes me feel kind of sad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like, what am I expecting? They're, mid-70s?
Yeah.
Angus is not going to be banging his head up there doing the whole act, and Brian Johnson's not going to sound like it's 1981.
No.
But it was like, wow, man. But the Stones, I never feel sad when I see the Stones playing
Well,
live.
I think part of it is because it was more of just a band that was always greater than the sum of its parts. And they had show business kind of stuff, but, like AC/DC, as much as I love them, you had Angus in the schoolboy outfit. You had the cannons going for those about to rock. And there was always a bit of showmanship that does not age as well than a bunch of dudes just playing some blues records.
Yeah. You know what? This came up recently, too. And I want to say thanks a lot to you, Scott Robbins, because if you've listened to the show for a while, Scott used to be in Top 40 Radio, and I was in rock radio. Scott maybe abused his privileges more than some, or even most, in that job.
I just went with the business, Just
Yeah.
rolled with it.
So it's 1994. It's the Voodoo Lounge Tour, okay? And we're at our station and yours. You're able to take a winner backstage to meet the Stones.
Yes.
Okay. So I adhere to that, okay? My girlfriend at the time, who is now my wife, is going to the show with me, and I explained to her ahead of time, I got to take a contest winner to meet the Stones. I'd love to take you. They only have so much room. Sorry. She's like, I understand. We get back there, you with woman, not a contest winner, and then in the picture.
She was definitely a contest winner.
Golly, man.
Definitely a contest.
Scott Robbins Trifecta News Update next. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, Scott Robbins Trifecta. Coming up in just a few. News update, David Van Camp.
Well, I had mentioned last hour about Nancy Armour from USA Today, sports columnist, who had written about how Caitlin Clark in the WNBA, taking dives or calling, working the refs like athletes do, trying to get calls, is akin to calling for a lynch mob. And she brought up Emmett Till, a young black man who decades ago was lynched. And there is no comparison there. It's ridiculous. And the entire point she was saying is because people were being mean online and saying racist and hurtful things to black players. Okay, yeah, that sucks. But also, I have not noticed a huge pile of receipts for all of that, but that's just me.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure there are kooks on the internet, of course.
Yes, vile things get mentioned online all the time.
Yes. Armour wrote a statement in reaction to the backlash. In my recent column, I made an inartful comparison with the murder of Emmett Till. I intended to connect the issues the WNBA is currently facing with its All-Star game being hosted in Till's hometown of Chicago. I obviously did not provide enough context for that. Context? No.
Oh, please do. Let's hear it. What is the context then?
However, the point stands. There is a history in this country of perceived threats to white women being weaponized against African Americans and the danger that poses to black players in the league. Players have been abused online and have reported receiving death threats. That has to be taken more seriously. I sincerely regret that my lack of appropriate context is overshadowing that important conversation and the action that needs to be taken by the WNBA to address it directly for the benefit of
There is no
all
action. What are you talking about? The threat?
Dude, I don't know. They want so badly to turn this into just a race thing constantly.
Yes.
Like, oh yeah, somehow Caitlin Clark is this racist because she's calling for fouls.
Well, right now we're in a racism desert, so it has to be invented constantly.
You got to make it up, yes, of course.
Man, oh man.
I had mentioned that David Burge guy who wrote just an epic takedown on X.
Oh yeah,
of the
that was
WNBA.
great. Yeah,
and he's been a fan of Caitlin Clark. He's an Iowa fan.
Yeah,
and so he's been a fan of Caitlin Clark since before any of us knew her name.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote, in short, this is not a women's sports league. It's a joyless, angry, violent, race-obsessed, nonstop 2018 Oberlin College struggle session filled with entitled lunatics unable to survive without someone else picking up the bill. They whine when they don't get attention and whine 10 times harder when they do. They whine hardest about the problematic new fans who quadrupled their pay, tripled their TV audiences, 10 times their franchise valuations, got them charter jets, and staved off their inevitable bankruptcy for 10 years or so. I sincerely hope they achieve their dream of exorcising themselves of Caitlin Clark and all those dreaded new fans and return to their beloved paradise lost of half-empty 1,000-seat high school gyms attended by girl fight fetishists with a giveaway tickets printed on Subway sandwich receipts.
Because it was so true. Yes. Saw this. Morgan Wallen's Still the Problem tour projected to be the highest grossing country tour of all time.
How about that, huh? Even by eclipsing Garth Brooks.
Yes. $500 million.
Yeah. Dang.
And that's a 23 show run.
Yeah.
$500 million in gross.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? You got to play 23 gigs. That's it. Don't have to globetrot around the country for 70 shows a year or anything.
No, you think about the
That's
bands
it.
that were doing like 280 shows a year on a bus.
Right. Yeah.
For the love of it, playing in sweaty, smelly clubs.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I'll hand it to that guy. I don't know what his formula is necessarily, but whatever it is.
Just writing songs.
It's working.
Performing, having fun.
Songs got to be there. They're there.
No doubt. One other thing before your trifecta, and this is kind of a visual. I'll try to paint the picture. Have you guys seen what's being called toilet shoes?
Yes.
Toilet shoes?
So you saw it?
Yeah, I did.
No.
Yes. It's basically, how would you say it, like a block of wood that would fit your foot and with a strap over the top of it.
Yeah.
And what it's for is you put your feet on these when you sit down on the toilet, because having your knees up is supposed to help things.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, yes, the proper way to go about it.
Okay.
But no one really does.
So a little lettuce will take care of that.
I think just posture-wise is what we're talking about,
Okay.
Scott, not
Like-
anything you'd need to eat. These things sold out.
Really?
Yes, it's a gut health brand.
Wow.
Went viral online, and they called it, people are saying it's toilet shoes. They're actually called bleep shoes, the S word. And you don't wear them outside the bathroom. They're just 7 inches tall, and you slip your feet in.
But are they right? Okay, I get there. So they're right there They're not part of the toilet. You don't have to hook them in the toilet, do you?
No, it's just
Okay.
like 2 blocks of wood that would be shoes, and you put those on. You can stand up and then sit down.
So
if
before
you,
you
want to.
go, you slide your feet into these things, and then you clip clop into the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Yes.
Someone said they're like 2 70s disco pumps.
Oh gosh.
Like way up there, like 7 inches.
Wow.
So then, that way you're more squatting instead of sitting to help things. But yeah, their initial run sold out. They're like $70.
No kidding.
Yeah, if you have an idea, man,
go for it. Yeah.
There you go. It's proven itself again. All right, you ready for your big three?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Are you ready?
1, 2, buckle my shoe on.
It's the 3 most important news stories of the day.
I hit the trifecta.
Well, at least according to Scott Robbins. It's the trifecta on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
Every day about this time, Scott Robbins' top 3 stories, helped by his hero.
I'm Casey Kasem. You gonna get some of those shoes, Casey?
Nope.
Why not?
No way. I'm ready. 3.
Might help things along. You never know.
He eats a lot of chickpeas. It's that
Yeah.
Lebanese,
Yeah, that's true.
background. So he doesn't have any problems in that department.
3.
Number 3.
That's
He doesn't
good.
like talking about it though.
I guess not.
Number 3. Trump wants Braves fans to keep doing something.
This is interesting. This can only happen to Trump. Donald Trump has put his foot down on one of the biggest issues in all of sports, and that's got nothing to do with Caitlin Clark, nothing to do with the WNBA, nothing to do with transgenders, nothing to do with the CTE, MLB, not college football, NIL, none of that. I'm talking about the tomahawk chop at the Atlanta Braves baseball game. Now, they stopped doing it.
Did they
For the
really?
most part. They still do the la 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 chant thing, right? But they've tried to frown upon the chop thing, thinking it was, not good.
What, the arm
Yeah, the
gesture.
chopping do the whole
So you do the sound.
but not the gesture. Trump wants
Well,
it
for the
back.
people that are offended, aren't they offended by all of it?
Right.
Because they're doing the chanting thing going on, right?
How does it go again?
So anyway, Trump said he wants it back. He said, no, this is part of the game. This is part of the fun of going to a Braves game, for crying out loud. There's no real ban on it anyway. So people just stopped doing it because they looked around and went, oh, maybe I shouldn't do it anymore. It's a mood killer. I noticed it right away. I want it back. You need to start doing the chop again. Now, on to other crisis we're handling.
Well, and at the Kansas City Chiefs game, you got some of the same stuff.
Yeah.
That hasn't stopped, has it?
You know, I was in Kansas City for the Royals games. This is kind of interesting. I didn't know what happened. But when they do the national anthem and the home of the, and everybody in the audience says Chiefs, even though it's a Royals game. I had no idea they did that.
Wow, you're changing the lyrics. That's, boy, oh boy, disrespectful.
A little disrespectful there, but they all do it. And when they did it the first time, I said to my buddy, what are they saying? He said, I think they're saying Chiefs. I said, why are they saying Chiefs? We're not at a Chiefs game.
Well, it's Kansas City.
I know, I get it, but still, it's weird.
Now, did you get a special Pride Night hat? Did they hand those out when you were there?
No, it's not a Pride Night hat. These is the ones they wear. It's that, what's it called? I can't remember the name of the uniform maker. They're kind of hip. Each team does it. They all wear the same funky uniforms. They have at least 8 or 9 times a year.
And what's that one?
That's one of the hats for the Royals.
So it goes from like blue into like a
lavender color,
purplish, sort of pinkish.
Yeah.
So that's nothing to do with Pride.
No, it's got nothing to do with Pride. No.
Okay.
No.
I didn't know.
Now, on with the countdown.
I get it.
Scott, so you understand it sort of looks like that.
Well, at first I thought, this is not a Pride hat, right? This is their City Connect. That was it. City Connect.
Yeah.
When they do all the City Connect jerseys and everything.
Okay.
This is the City Connect hat.
Got it.
Yeah. So, anyway.
You getting more conversations outside anymore? Like people just come up saying, hey, love your hat?
No, I don't hear that much.
Okay, got it. All right.
Now, on with the countdown.
I think I know where you're going. And
The Scott Robbins trifecta, top 3 of the day up to number
2.
Number 2, former CNN anchor is opening up about, well, she's what, whoring around now?
I guess, weirdest thing, she declared in a new book that she has out, declaring that, she loves her some sex. She's 47 years old. She's Brooke Baldwin, former CNN anchor.
Oh, is this a book or a Substack? I thought it was a Substack.
guess it's a Substack, yeah, piece that was done. They said their eyebrow-raising admissions in Substack. That was published over the weekend, saying that she enjoys hitting dating apps and finds the attention from men, really cool, and that she also loves sex. And she also claims I'm pretty darn good at it. But she also says, well, I'm just not going to do this I'm not going to cash in on this. In other words, I'm flattered, but, I'm dating a few guys here and there, but nothing real serious at the moment, and I'm down for whatever, essentially.
Was it that there was 4 different guys?
4 different guys, yeah.
But she told them all no.
No, that's what she said. She told them all no in terms of that part.
Got it.
Went out with them, but that was it.
And then she was like saying what they did. Like one is a big player in politics.
One was the leader of a country, she said.
Right.
She didn't say which country.
So is this one of those things where the career's not going well? I got to do something to get some attention?
Yeah.
She said sex is like oxygen to her.
Like oxygen.
Yeah.
But she turned it down 4 times.
She said, I'm not looking for anything serious right now. Maybe have some fun, but the time is not right yet, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, we'll see.
Okay.
She says casual is on the table. Just hasn't been acted on yet.
Wow, that's desperate.
And the countdown continues.
The Scott Robbins trifecta, top 3 of the day.
And finally, 1.
Sad. All right.
Yeah.
Well, it is kind of sad. I agree.
Well, she was so offended by the word boobs on CNN, remember?
I was just going to say that.
Yeah,
she
so
was.
offended by it. I'm cutting this interview off right now. Okay.
All right.
Well, the guy would have hung in there a few years. Would have been fine.
Yeah. Number 1, well, there's going to be, at some point, there has to be a conversation among the new left between the LGBTQIA2S+ people and the Muslims.
Yeah, Melissa Chaudhry, Democratic congressional candidate in Washington's 9th District, has acknowledged she had not promoted publicly LGBTQ on her website. And the LGBTQ plus crowd was very upset by that. Hey, where's our mention here? What you're going to do for us?
Yeah. I mean, even Robin's on board with his hat. Where are you at?
Exactly. What are you doing, huh? Her campaign website, because she said she does not want to alienate Muslim voters.
Yeah.
And that's why they're not there. That's the only reason. She went on to say, hey, my sister's gay. And she said, and I have a lot of gay friends.
Uh-oh. Not the I have gay friends
it's
line.
Gay friends. And I got a family member who's gay, for crying out loud. I'm down with gays, but I got to be careful about my Muslim constituents.
Mm-hmm.
So that sparked a big backlash from the Washington Stonewall Democrats, whose chairman said our community is not expendable. LGBTQ plus rights are not optional.
Yeah, but they're not going to get jihadi.
They're foundational to any candidate seeking Democratic support.
Or maybe they will.
She later said, if you're queer, your rights are safe with me. Don't worry about it. And went on with the LGBTQ friends and all that. By the way, there are many more Muslims than there are LGBTQ supporters, apparently. So we'll see.
And there you have it.
But they end up eating their own all the time, man.
It's one of those things.
Yep.
Scott Robbins trifecta. Great job as always, Scotty. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay, Nimrod's in the news coming up in just a few, and a news update next.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Quiet down. Here she comes. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Ever wonder why you have insurance for your car or home, but not your digital life? Meet WebRoot Total Protection, your digital bodyguard that includes antivirus, identity protection, VPN, cloud backup, and more. With plans for individuals and families, WebRoot takes the guessing game out of cybersecurity so you can get back to living your best life online. Go to webroot.com/protect and get 60% off today. That's webroot.com/protect to get 60% off today. Live a better digital life with WebRoot because peace of mind shouldn't be optional.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Yes, people talk about the weight loss injections. They want to lose weight. They see the effects it's had on other people. But then some people are like, I don't want to give myself shots. And then they hear about the side effects. And they can be pretty intense for some people. And if you're wanting to lose significant weight and stay away from all of that, there is a product called Lean that's been working for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's just a supplement you take with breakfast, and you're off and running. It works like the shots, but no needles, regulating or helping you regulate blood sugar, control appetite and cravings, all that good stuff that you need to do to accomplish what you've been meaning to do for years, which is lose that weight and keep that weight off.
Yeah, Brickhouse Nutrition is the company that designed this product. And it's for the frustrated dieters. So if you want to drop, 10 pounds or more, let's get you started right now. 20% off plus free rush shipping. Go to takelean.com. Use the promo code MVCR to add lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan. That's MVCR at takelean.com.
News update, David Van Camp.
Bad news about your hat, Scott. It is actually inspired by Lavender Pride.
I don't even know what that is.
That's gay pride.
I don't believe
your
you.
Kansas City Royals purple hat.
No, I don't believe you.
It is. That's what it says in the Kansas City Star.
The field. They have it on the field. So.
That's what they.
That's fine. I don't give a crap what you think about my hat.
I'm just kidding. No, I just made that up. No,
I was going to say they wear them on the field. I can't imagine that going on all year.
All right, we got to get to Nimrod.
When the going gets tough,
Damn it, this is too hard.
the dumb get dumber.
All right,
I believe
It's Nimrod's in the news on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right, make it fast. Nimrod's in the news. Culpeper County, Virginia, you got a 70-year-old woman and her 72-year-old husband in jail because they attacked their neighbor with a leaf blower and a hammer and bit his finger. Yes, he's like in the hospital. They say he's going to be okay, but it was brutal. And that's Nimrod's in the news.